Hello. Let me know if you can see me, hear me, all the things. I don't know, last time, near the end of yesterday's stream, StreamYard wasn't really working properly, so I'm hoping that's been fixed. And yeah, so let me know what you're working on today. Let me know how you're doing. Hang on, I have a banner. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I have great news. I have finished chapter 12. It's done. It is completely done. And I feel great. I have the word count. Hang on. So the chapter started at 9,902 words. It's one of my chunkier chapters. And I definitely cleaned it up a bit. Like I made the changes that I wanted to make, like to the parts that I wanted to make. And so I feel better about it. It still needs a lot of work. It's still not where it needs to be. Like it still feels like there's something, like it could be better. But I did manage to cut like 676 words or something from that chapter, which feels really good. I don't know. I mean, this chapter feels like it does need to be longer because there is more going on in this chapter. So I don't think it'll like get too much shorter. Like I'm not just trying to cut stuff, but I am trying to cut stuff that I don't need. So we'll see. Right now it's better than it was, and I'm gonna be sending it to CPs like this, and I'll get their feedback. So that feels really good. I finished that this morning. I didn't end up doing that last night because I went to go see my parents last night, and then when I got back, I was just kind of lazy. I did a little bit of video editing, and then I went to bed. But yeah, let me know. I think I see some people here. Hello, let me know what you're working on. Yay, Holly's here. You can hear me and see me. I love it. I plan to work on writing since I barely did it last week because my stepmom's parents were in town. So plan to work on any drawings. I plan to draw today. Ooh, you draw? I love that. I love drawing. I wish I did it more often. I love drawing and I love coloring. Like I really love coloring. Like give me pencil crayons. Ooh, I love it. James is here. Hello. John, hi. I need to finish a chapter. I'm closing Act 2. Nice. So ready to get this first draft done. Yeah. Yeah. The feeling when you finish that first draft, so good. So good. But you're getting so close. Okay? Closing up on Act 2. That's close. Hang on. Ooh. Hello. Working on your horror novella. I love it. Mainly draw Hamilton Canary. When I started, I drew a lot of random things. Ooh, I love that. Yeah, what do I like drawing? I like drawing a lot of things. When I was younger, I drew a lot of like Pokemon and like Disney Disney characters and stuff. So I kind of like more like cartoony type stuff, but I also love a good like portrait, you know. Normally work on Mondays on vacation days, so I get a bunch of writing done this week. Nice. Yes. Well, yeah, you've come to the right place. We are gonna get into some sprinting very, very soon. Where am I? Okay, so the next chapter that I'm working on today, a new one, very excited, is chapter 16. Okay, and chapter 16 is like the second longest in this final chunk of chapters that I have left to revise. So it's sitting at 7,737 words. I want to say my goal is to get this chapter done during this stream. And I don't know. I mean, maybe that's not like totally impossible. it is shorter than the last chapter I just worked on, and I don't think, I mean, it's kind of like a heavy hitter chapter, like chapter 12, but I think there's not as much for me to like sort through. It needs there's definitely conversations that need tweaking. Like there's definitely dialogue that needs tweaking. But I don't know, maybe the changes will be a little bit easier. I don't really quite remember exactly what happens in this chapter, so we'll see. But I'm hoping to get a good chunk of it done, I feel like. And as always, we're going to be doing fan art. Yeah. Yeah, I want to, do you have Instagram or anything? Cuz I follow so many like artists accounts because I just love seeing, it amazes me what people come up with and what they create. It amazes me. And the idea of fan art is so, like, I love that. Like, it's such a sweet, like, sweet idea. That is the dream, to be able to create something and then have other people love it so much that they create their own art from your art. I love that. That is the dream. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna get started on. Oh, my eyes itchy. We're gonna get started on the first sprint, I think. Let me take this banner off. Hang on. We got it. I'm working on it, okay? I'm trying to work this stream better. Oh yay, okay. Our account, I made an account for everything. I love that. Okay. Let me write this down really quick so I can find it. Oh, my pen. Okay. Amazing. Also, while you guys are here, I just want to remind you. So I'm planning to do a like movie night watch along. I don't know how many people are like that are watching this live would be interested in that, but I'm hoping to do that in the next week or two. And I this morning posted, like, I've been putting up a few polls over the last couple of days, just asking like what genre of film people would be interested in, and horror won out, which is like, I'm thrilled by that because horror is my favorite genre. I was hoping for horror, but I like most genres, so it's fine. But anyway, horror. And then this morning it took me a little while, but I picked, I think it was like four of like my favorite uh, horror movies, and I tried to make them like not really scary, just because I don't know, I don't know if people are a little nervous about really scary movies. So I just did some of my favorite kind of like creepy and like paranormal and stuff. So go vote. Go vote for which movie we're gonna watch as the first watch along movie. I think right now I'm very excited. I mean, I'd be excited for any of the films that are like on my list of options. But right now, The Craft is winning. I have The Fly, which is like one of my all-time favorite. It's like my favorite horror movie, and it's more like body horror. So there's The Fly, Freddy vs. Jason. I love the Friday the 13th franchise and the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. So I wanted one that like combined them both, and I do love that movie, even though it's not great, but I do love that movie. There's that one, and then what was the third one I chose? I think this is like, wow, I can't remember what the third one was. Scream, another franchise that I love and has recently gotten super popular again. Anyway, yeah, right now The Craft is winning, and I'm very excited because I haven't watched that movie in a long time. So, anyway, enough of that. Let me get this set up, and then we'll get into our first sprint. Okay, let me share my screen. Yep. Um, Okay. Are we in? Yeah. Yes. I'm so glad you're excited. I'm excited. I gotta figure out how best to do it so that I don't there's like no copyright issues. But we'll see. I'm just gonna give this one a try and then we'll go from there. But okay, let's get into our first writing sprint. We're gonna do 25 minutes. And yeah, I'll see you on the other side. Okay. Sorry if that scared anybody. It scared me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. How did everybody do? How did everybody do? I think I got some. Yes, Stephanie's here. Hello, hello. Um, deep into plotting characters. Just finished my 5. Now I'm stuck on how many side characters to add in. Yeah, I wish I had like good advice for that. I mean, the only real advice I can give you is I you basically you want the side characters to like serve a function, like to have like a reason for existing in the story. You don't want too many characters that are just there for no reason, just like filler characters. So, I mean, if there's like still things that you kind of need in the story and you think a side character might be able to bring that to life or might be able to, help in some way, then I would add a side character. But if you're just like wanting to add side characters and you're not really sure why, I would spend a little time thinking about kind of what the function is of each side character. And it could be something small, like it could be something small. Not every side character needs like some big purpose, but there needs to be some sort of purpose. Otherwise they feel kind of inconsequential and they're hard to really justify keeping in there. But before I continue to read the comments, I did start chapter 16, but I feel like my throat is so dry right now. Hang on. So I did start chapter 16. I'm like 4 sentences in. Basically, I like read. So I read the beginning of I read through a bit of chapter 16, and I was like, wait a minute. So I went back and read the end of chapter 15 because there is technically, I forgot, but there is a scene, like a little bit of scene that I want to add into chapter 16. But the way that chapter 15 kind of left off didn't allow for this new scene to happen organically, like in the new chapter. It would have to, I don't know, it just wasn't working. So I went back into chapter 15 and tweaked the last scene so that it would make sense, like the beginning of chapter 16 and then adding the new scene that I want to add into chapter 16. Like it allowed for that. So I did mainly tweak, like reading and then tweaking of chapter 15, which was previously already done. So that's done. I feel a lot better. It definitely fixed some things. And yeah, so then I just like in the last maybe like 5 minutes or so really started on chapter 16. And I think I actually, so I took out like an entire like scene and a half, 2 scenes from chapter, like the beginning of like the old chapter 16. So I ended up cutting some words. I'm now down at 106,748. So that feels good. Anytime I cut anything from this draft, I put it into a little document of like deleted scenes, deleted bits, so I can go back to it if I need to. And it's just like somewhere easy that I can see like all the things I've taken out. And I even leave notes for myself. Like if I take it out of a chapter, it might be because I want to put it in somewhere else or whatever. So I'll leave notes if that is the case, if it is something that I want to put somewhere else and whatnot. Anyway, I feel like I'm so long-winded about things. I talk too much. How did you guys do? Let's go into the chat. Okay. Stephanie, 327 words. Nice. Posted some TikToks and just wrote the most beautiful thing. Ooh, I love all this. I love it. Share, please, if you want. Hello. Hi. Welcome. 359 for Holly. Nice. 211 for James. 379. Okay. Okay, 222. I love that. It's one of my favorite numbers. Um, Procrastinating editing my short film script to submit to a festival competition. I love all of these words that you've just written here. I love this. Tell me more. Um, Tell me more. For those of you who don't know, ooh, it just got so dark. It just started raining, just pouring rain. There's a little storm passing through. Um, for those of you who don't know, I work in film and television, and I went to film school, and I I want to say I want to say majored, but it wasn't like a major. It was just like a specialization. I specialized in screenwriting, um, and screenwriting is like a whole other beast compared to writing novels. So I'm always so interested when people talk about like screenwriting. So I love this. I'm loving all this. Tell me more. Chapter 21 of my novel. I'm thinking of starting chapter 22 once my main character is biological. Ooh, ooh, I love this. Okay, yeah. In chapter my main character is looking for her parents so she can find out why they put her twin siblings in an orphanage. I'm loving this. I I've realized in the last couple years how much I love uh like family, like stories about family. And there is like a big family element in my novel that I'm currently writing. So I love that. I like that a lot. Yeah. Okay. I love this. Mhm. Amazing. Thank you for sharing that. I'm into it. My throat today, you guys, I don't know what's happening. I'm also like very much crashing because I stuffed my face with lunch like immediately before I started this stream. And now I'm just like, you know, when you get that like food coma, like you just get like that food coma crash. I'm feeling that. My eyes are getting all blurry. I just want to sleep. Ugh. Can't decide if I should write or do some watercolor. Ooh, I I support either of those decisions. I love watercolor. Watercolor is so cool. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, what are you feeling? What are you feeling more of? What speaks to your soul? My eyes are burning, by the way. Oh my god. It'll pass in a in a minute or two. Let me try to read. I love that. That's like so I love when people share bits of their writing. Like first of all, it just helps me as a writer um to like see like other people's writing style and all that stuff, but it also helps me as like a shy creative who like wants to share their art but gets a little, you know, it's not that I'm precious. Like I've definitely gotten less precious about my work, but there's just like still that insecurity and that like I don't know. So when other people do it, like it gives me courage. It gives me the courage to do it myself, if that makes sense. So I love that and I support it. Oh my gosh. Should write. I haven't in like a week. I mean, could you do something like write like do, you know, write for a sprint or two and then do some watercolor? Does that count? Do you have something specific that you want like a goal specifically that you want to reach with your writing? That if you reach that you can switch over to do some watercolor? I don't know. I'm just down for the watercolor, okay? Working on book 2 of historical fantasy. I have multiple main characters. The readers can I love that. I love that. So we're working on book 2. So you haven't like you mean you haven't published the first book? Is it that you haven't published the first book? I feel like I do. So I do have an idea uh, for a duology. It's like a paranormal. There's some stuff. It's still a little bit like nebulous, but I do have an idea for a duology, and I feel like when I think about writers who like write series, it makes sense to like you release the book, then you write, and then you release the second one, then you write, then release. Me, knowing me, I feel like I might like if I release the first book, like say I'm writing like a 4-book series and I release the first book and people don't like it, I would be so discouraged to like write the rest of it. Like I feel like I would need to have at least the like 0 draft of all the books done first. Like at least that. And so with the duology that I like have this idea for, I want to be close to done the second book before I publish the first book. Like I want to be like pretty much done. So like even if nobody if people really don't like the first book, I still have like enough enough done of the second one to just like power through and finish it and then release it. I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, I'm lost. I got lost here. Finish first chapter of the rewrite would probably be a good goal. That I could get messy with someone. I love that. Let's go for that. Let's do it. I'm gonna set up the next sprint soon. I'm sorry I talk so much in between the sprints. It's still in the first draft. Okay. I feel like that's kind of like what I would do. I would just like get the books out first, like out of my head, like draft them first, and then work my way up. Hero is graduated. Back home in Soul Town. Ooh, I love this, and I love pubs. Okay, give me a good bar scene. Like I love bar scenes. There is a bar scene in my book currently. It might, I mean, that's the bar scene. Is it just the one? I think it's just the one. Oh no, there's 2. Well, the second one I haven't written yet, but the bar scene currently in the book is one of the ones that I think might need to go. Like it might be one of those kill your darling scenes. I thought I would do that in this draft. Like I thought like, okay, you know what? I might need to get rid of it in this draft, but no, instead I just kind of like went in there and tried to like justify keeping it. So I'm hoping that it worked. We'll see what my CPs say. Where am I? It's how I get easier to share. When I was a kid, I always kept writing him, but I found the more I wrote and edited, I built my own confidence. I was the absolute opposite when I was a kid. I was actually reading some of my old like diaries and stuff. Actually, I need to make a new nostalgia series episode very soon. But I was reading some of my old journals the other day. And so I wrote like a lot of poetry type things when I was younger and like fan fiction. We're talking like 10, 11, 12. These are like my earlier days of writing. And I used to so I would like write poetry and then I would beg my teacher to let me read it out loud to the class. Like I would I can't like the thought of that today. Oh my God, I would die. The thought of doing that. But no, as a kid, I was like, I don't know. I don't know where that went. It's somewhere in my like late teens and into my 20s. I started to get like insecure about my writing. And like I just can't imagine. But yeah, no, I was the opposite. When I was a kid, I had so much confidence in my writing. I was just like I just wanted to share it. Like I don't even remember like actively like consciously being like, "Oh, this is so good. I want to share it." It was just like I was just like I made this so like I want people to see it. Like I don't know. But yes, I do. That's something that I do want to work on. I've been trying to figure out how like just ways I can share a little bit more about this novel that I'm writing. So I want to share like snippets from scenes, but there's a part of me that's like, I don't know for certain that any of these scenes will end up in the final. Like, how do I know for sure? Like, is like I don't know. So I want to share snippets, but I'm always like a little nervous. I'm like, I don't know if this is like even gonna stay in the book. Anyway, it's just I'm just making excuses basically for myself. It's fine. Courage to go speak to her. I love that. I love it. So I want to have the next book done before I publish the book. Yeah, yeah. It definitely makes sense. 100%. Currently working on 2 different projects. My first, the fantasy romance, has a dark, frozen retell. Ooh, colorful elemental magic, and romantic convenience. Those are like, that's trope city, and I love all those tropes. I love that. That's amazing. I actually like haven't read enough like fantasy. I feel like I really missed out on like a whole phase. Like when everyone else was reading, like Twilight and like all those like big books and like series. I never got in, like I never read series other than Harry Potter growing up. But I feel like I just missed like a whole, I don't know, because while everyone else was reading that, I was reading Stephen King. Like I read Stephen King almost exclusively. Like it was like Stephen King and then like classics. That's what I read for like the bulk of my teen and like early 20s like reading. Like that's what I read. But like I love all that. Like I love all this stuff. I just need to like read it more. I'm finishing a series, not so many points. So series that I can write earlier episodes better. Yeah. I would love, by the way, to write like episodic TV. Like that would be so cool. That would be really cool. Contemporary romance, we love it. From a stalker ex. Okay. I love small towns, by the way. I don't know if that I don't know what that says about me, but I love small town stories. Here's the thing though, I love small town like romance and stuff like that, but like I can't stand Hallmark movies. Like I won't do it. I won't touch them with like a 10-foot pole. But like I do love like small town romance stories. And like any story. I also really love small town like horror stories. I just like small town stuff. I think just because in general I prefer small town over city. But I love this. Okay. I had an encounter with a year prior. Hang on, let me get the second. Who helped her out when she was really Taylor Bar. Ooh, hang on, let me. Oh, wait, where am I? I've lost it. I love this. I'm loving this, and there's a bar. Take my money. Let me read it. Okay, hang on. I got a little. I missed one. I'm insecure in writing it alone because all the stuff I have in it. Yes, definitely. Like it's just the more you do it, and the more you like expose yourself to that feeling of like sharing your work and having people critique it and whatnot. Like I just feel like it's something. It's like a skill in and of itself. Like being able to like share your work. Like it's something that you have to work on. Definitely, I think maybe it comes like easier to certain people, but it is something that can be worked on for sure. Okay, where am I? Sharing my bad art than my writing. Well, the thing is, it's because like your writing is so, it just like it's so deep, like it comes from like somewhere like deep inside you, like it's your brain. And like with like art, like at least it's like, oh well, I don't know, I feel like it just like works a different part. And like I would be the same where I would like want to like I'd feel more comfortable sharing art. I don't know. I guess it's like more forgiving in a way. Like there's just like I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Um, but like it's just like almost more acceptable to like show the process of like being bad at something and getting better, like with art, like with like visual art, than like with writing. I feel like I don't know. There's like this need to like have your writing be perfect, otherwise like it's not good, like it's not worthy. I don't know. But yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I love Small Town. Hark is a different vibe, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I can't even tell you. I don't know that I've ever watched like a full Hallmark movie. Like it's just like not on my radar. Not that there's anything wrong with Hallmark movies. They're just like I'm like averse to like I don't know. I don't know. I appreciate them, I respect them, but not quite for me. Movies around Christmas based in the South since I live in the South on my left. I love the South. Like I love the vibe. I watch a lot of Food Network and stuff, and like I love the like Southern like chefs and like Southern bakers and stuff. Um, yeah, I can see that. I'll watch them during Christmas time. I feel like that's definitely and something that I've noticed. We get a lot of Hallmark Christmas movies like being filmed up here. Like a lot of we call them like MOWs, like movie of the week. We get a lot of those like Christmas like love like romantic movies. Yeah, it's definitely a whole genre. Mysteries of the cozy mystery. Yeah, I love mysteries too. Yeah, the cozy mystery movies are often another Hallmark movie. That's fair. I feel like I would do the same. And deep thoughts immediately. Yeah, yeah. But we're gonna get into the next sprint because I've been talking way too much. I think that's like why my voice and my throat's like stop. That's enough. I put my heart and soul in my writing, and sharing that can be really hard sometimes. Absolutely, it's so hard. It's so hard. I can't even like I can't articulate. Like I can't put into words um, what that what that's like and like what that process is and like what it means to then like put it out. It's it's hard. It's definitely difficult. But I love that. Like I love that, and I love that people do that. I love that one day people were just like, I'm gonna just write something and I'm gonna share it with people, and then other people are like, dang, yeah, or like I feel that too. Like I love that. I love that. Uh, friend having I love all of this. This is amazing. Keep writing it. I can watch a baking show on video where I get so excited. Yeah, I love it. Mhm. Mhm. I love the Southern bakers and chefs. They're just so fun. Seeing sharing art and sharing your writing because art is usually an expression of yourself versus writing being a reflection of you as a whole. Yeah, I feel that. Mhm. Yeah, it's deep. It's a lot going on. When the rom-com movie round comes along, it's gonna be a short list to vote for. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know yet, but I'm very partial to like 90s. Like I have a lot of like favorite 90s movies and then like 2000. So I think so my favorite like 90s rom-com is Can't Hardly Wait. So that'll be on the list for sure. You know what? We're doing it right now. We're thinking of the list. At least a couple. So Can't Hardly Wait is one of them. I really like oh my gosh, this is 13 going on 30. I really like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I think anything, really anything with like any like Any romance, any movie really, but any romance with like Mark Ruffalo or Matthew McConaughey. Stop. I can't. Yeah, I really there's like other there's like she's all that. Um, there are a lot of like older like rom-coms that I really like. I'll need to go over my list. I need to like gather the information first and then I'll put out a good list. But definitely Can't Hardly Wait is like one of my favorite 90s rom-coms. So that'll be on the list for sure. Okay, I've been talking way too much. Let me set up this new timer. We'll get into the sprint um, because we need to get some work done. I've actually never watched Sweet Home Alabama, I don't think. I do like Reese Witherspoon though. Husband Got 10 Days, one of my faves, and I'll rewatch it all the time. It's a good one. It's good. I really like Matthew McConaughey, and I really like oh my gosh, what's her name? Kate Hudson. I like her a lot. So yeah, those are just some of my faves. Okay, timer is set. Oh my gosh. It's been over an hour and we've only done one sprint. I talk way too much. But I appreciate you guys being so active in the chat. It's so fun. It's so fun. It'll be fun when we do the movie watch along because it'll just be chatting and we won't need to try to be responsible and do the sprints. Oh my gosh, this is the right page. Yeah. Ooh, it's a thunderstorm. Okay, so see you in 25 minutes. Let's get some work done. Okay. How did everybody do during that sprint? So I think I'm like about 900 words into chapter 16. I'm like 864 words into chapter 16. It's going well. This scene in chapter 16 is like pretty much the way it is. Like it's gonna stay pretty much the way it is. It would just be more line level edits and maybe some dialogue tweaking depending on feedback. But like for the most part, it's kind of like is what it is. So I'm trying not to spend too much time line editing right now. So I've been going through it. But I did get distracted because I suddenly just got a hankering for cookies, even though I told myself I wouldn't have anything sweet today because I went and got Starbucks. But I decided I had some like frozen cookies that I made a batch a couple days ago. So I had a couple just like ready to go in my freezer. So I threw them in my air fryer, which I've never done before. I'm new to air frying. I just recently got my first air fryer. So I threw just 2 cookies in there. It's, I don't know. I just kind of guessed. I was like 350, whatever. So it like mostly baked. It like baked quite a bit on the outside, and then the inside was like partially raw, which is okay because I love it. I melted some chocolate and I melted a marshmallow. And now I'm just eating this like crumble of sugar and deliciousness because I can't help myself. I love sugar too much. So I spent some time doing that. And yeah, I was just a little distracted. But how did you guys do? Let me see. Where are we? I think some people came in. Hang on. So again, the main guy is the voice of Home Depot commercials. Wait, isn't it Vince Vaughn? What's the movie? Sweet Home Alabama. Wait, what? He's the voice of, hang on. Sweet Home. I love Vince Vaughn, by the way. He's another movie. He's another actor that like I'll watch anything. Oh, is it this Josh Lucas guy? Okay. Why did I think it's Vince Vaughn? There's a movie with Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon, isn't there? Or is that like a Christmas movie? I don't know. But I love that. That's so funny. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. James 145, nice. I forgot this stream was on that BC. I'm so sorry. Dude, I'm so sorry. That happens. Hi. I didn't get any words in, but oh, nice. I was able to outline and drawing and get a few colors on the paper. Nice. So what's your medium? Like, are you painting? Are you crayoning? Is it penciled crayon? What are you working with? Nice, 250 words. Transferring my book to Google Docs. I love when I do that. Like I love when I'm like organizing my documents and stuff into like a new place. I mean, I love when I'm organizing them in general, but like when I like transfer them from one thing to another, ooh, like when I transferred my novel like Ben into Scrivener for the first time from like Pages, which is like the writing software that I use on like the Mac. Loved it. Oh my god, organizing it and oh, it was so good. And then even when I moved this latest draft from Scrivener like into Google Docs, which I never really used before for long form writing, I loved it. I love that feeling. So happy for you. 254, nice. And closing up the chapter, sweet. John, 260 words. Spent half the sprint filling up the dishwasher and then wrote 260. That is productive. Excellent work. After consulting my DVD, can we count Dodgeball as a rom-com? I think so. I don't really remember. I haven't watched Dodgeball in a long time, but I do like that movie. So, yes. Been snacking on cookies today. Yeah. I tried to eat most of it like off camera because like I just feel like I'm eating it like a gremlin. But I just haven't, like, you know what? It's so good. It's so good. No shame. Redoing my outline? Sweet. Why are you redoing it? Like, to in, like, in what capacity? What's happening? Oh, that sounds so good. It's basically like a s'mores cookie that I've made. Like, the base of the cookie, like, the cookie itself is like a it's like honey, cinnamon, like, graham cracker type cookie. Banana I love banana it's been so long since I've made banana bread. I need to do banana bread again. Aw. Kids kids are funny like that, where they're, like, super obsessed with something, and then automatically they're like, no, not anymore, I'm done." They're kinda like cats in that way, where cats are, like, just so they just, like, change like that. They're like, "Yes, I'm enjoying you petting me," and then they're like, "Don't you touch me, ever." Um, I love it. But yes, 2 banana bread, and, let me know how it turns out, because I love, like, do you just do, like, what do you how do you make your banana bread? I could talk about food all day. How do you make your banana bread? Do you do, like, just straight, like, banana bread? Or are you like me, where you put, like, a lot of chocolate chips in it and then eat it with peanut butter? Is that do people do that? I feel like people just kinda do, like, no, I guess chocolate chips are pretty common, but, I feel like usually it's, like, just the banana bread with, like, walnuts, which is lovely. I do love that too, but I have to, like, put chocolate and peanut butter into things. Do more colored pencils and markers and using any type of paints. Nice. I feel like when I was younger, um, mm, like in my teens, like when I was doing a lot more like drawing and stuff in my teens, it was like painting. I worked a lot with acrylics. But I love me a good colored pencil. I've never been good at markers. I think like when I was like young, like in coloring books, I would do like markers and crayons, but pencil crayons are like elite. Like I love pencil crayons so much. I'm trying to make sense of it. Fair. I feel like I need to once I finish this draft of Ben, because I have um, drafted like new scenes and like added like little bits here and there into the story. I need to go over my outline again. I think I've been like pretty good at like updating my outline when I've added or taken something away, but I think I've missed a couple things, so I need to definitely go over my outline as well. It's a good reminder. I make a blueberry banana bread. I love that. I do like I do like blueberries. But don't like but you have like a lot of food allergies and sensitivities, don't you? I feel like I remember that. I wonder I'm currently not eating like gluten. So I've been making like these cookies that I made were with chickpea flour and brown rice flour. So I want to try making a banana bread, like a flourless or like a, gluten-free version of banana bread. But I feel like blueberries would be a good a good addition for sure. But I don't know. You need you need peanut butter with banana bread. Like I just love banana and peanut butter, so would it be good with blueberries and peanut butter? I'm sure it's good. No, that's got to be good. I feel like I've eaten that before. Blueberries and peanut butter. Anyway, I love this. Uh, yeah. Mhm. That's genius. Um, no walnuts or anything like that for me. I actually like recently finding out some food sensitivities that I have. Like most nuts I'm like not okay with, but like walnuts are like one of the few that I am okay. I think it's like walnuts and macadamia nuts. And I don't really care for macadamia nuts. I don't know. I should give them another chance now that they're like one of the few that I can eat, but I'm sorry. I love walnuts. Insular to everything gluten. Yeah. I'm glad I don't have like an allergy. I just have like a lot of food sensitivities. Um, but I feel like having like a gluten allergy and like not just gluten, but like any allergy, is just so scary, because like I can eat something and like not be completely sure whether or not it has like one of my food sensitivities, but if I do ingest some of it, like I'll just like have like bloating or upset stomach or some sort of gastrointestinal reaction, but like it's not so severe that like it gives me anxiety to like eat anywhere or like do anything. I feel like if I had an allergic reaction to certain things, like I would just be so much more anxious about eating things, you know. Uh, Banana and coconut, actually. Ooh, I don't. Coconut is one of those things where like I love fresh coconut, like raw coconut. Just give me like a chunk of coconut. But I don't like it in things. I don't know. There's something about it. Like there's something about the texture, like when it's in things and like in desserts or like whatever. Bleh. I want to give it another chance though because I do like coconut. Like I love coconut oil. You know. Anyway. Are you looking to me? Am I looking? Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely going down the self self-publishing route. I'm Canadian. Route. Um, I'm definitely going down that path. That is, I think, like looking at everything and like what my goals are as as a writer and as a woman working, my goals career wise align more with the indie publishing path than they do traditional publishing. Although, like I like the idea, like I love the idea of like submitting and like being published in like magazines or like stuff like that. And I'd love to experience querying and that sort of stuff. But ultimately, indie publishing is absolutely um, aligned with the kind of life that I want to live and the career that I want to have. So, yeah. Or my worst allergy. No, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. That's awful. Has anything changed? Like I know we haven't like talked in a while, but like has anything like any of your allergies like evolved or changed over the years since school? That'd be interesting. That would be really interesting to know because I know that my mom was allergic to a lot of stuff, and over the years, that has changed. Like her allergy, like her reaction to things has definitely changed. I get sensitive when I drink soda sometimes. Ugh, I can't stand. Yeah, it's. I mean, I like for the most part the taste of certain sodas. We say pop here in Canada. Certain pop is like okay. Like I can do a Sprite occasionally, but I also don't really like soda very much on a regular basis. The current sodas, I'm allergic to anything in drinks. Yeah, I'm so glad I don't have allergies, like or like severe allergies that I'm aware of. I don't have any. Luckily, I hope I don't like. It's also like so scary to think about how people find out that they're allergic to something. Like unless you're doing like a test that like tests like a lot of stuff, you could just like come into contact with something or like eat something one day and your body's like absolutely not. And that must be so scary. I don't know. I have a lot of health anxiety too, so that freaks me out. Plan on self-publishing. It just makes more sense for me. Yeah, I have so much. I mean, definitely over the years and like since I've joined AuthorTube and learned like been exposed to more self-published authors and like have started reading more self-published books and just learned more about that path. It just it just clicked for me. I was like, that's what I want. That's exactly what I want to do. My stomach yells at me. I feel like a lot of people are sensitive to dairy for sure. That's also one of my sensitivities. I go through like, yeah, yeah. Root just sounds better. I don't know. Do people say route? Is that I don't know. I've only ever said root, but I know that people say route. I haven't been tested officially, but now cherries. Oh, not cherries. No, that's so sad. I love cherries. Ugh. I'm sorry, dude. That's okay. There's a bunch of other stuff. It's okay. There's plenty more good things out there. Mm. It's all crumbly and just like so chocolatey. Excuse me. Mm. Okay. I need to stop talking. We're going into the next sprint, which I think, oh my gosh, yeah, it's almost 6. I think it'll have to be my last sprint. Let me set it up. As usual, I'm going to go see my parents right after this stream. So, I don't have allergies or anything to my friends. That's the other cherries. Aw, and that eating cherries at Sonic. Oh, that sucks. We only saw route when it comes to like wiring something strangely. Okay, fair. So I'm good then. I'm fine. Root. Okay, let me share the screen and we'll get into the last sprint of the stream. I'm sorry it was so chatty today. Once we have our movie hangout live stream, then I won't feel so bad about all the talking that I do, unless people really don't like other people talking over movies. I'll do my best. Okay. Did I share the right one? Yes. Yes, this is going to be the last sprint. I talked too much this time. I aim for 4 sprints, but this time we're only doing 3 because I'm way too chatty. The word who I was here. One thing from Pokemon in my head. Nice. I say root, but I say it the other way in certain situations. Interesting. I love that. That's a whole other thing we can get into. Let's do this sprint and then we'll chat on the other side. Okay. How did everybody do? I'm sorry if that scared anybody. I feel like I should remind people before every sprint that there's noise. Um, but how did everybody do? I am still in chapter 16, but it was mostly just like a lot of reading and tweaking small things. I did finish the first scene, um, and I finished the first scene and the second scene, and I just started the third scene, which is kind of like a more tense moment. There's a little more tension happening, so it feels like a good spot to kind of stop for the day. I might do a little bit more writing later on, but I'm not sure because I also have a lot of video editing to do. But I feel pretty good about the progress that I've made today because I finished chapter 12 and I got roughly a third into chapter 16, as well as I like redid a little bit of the end of chapter 15. So it's feeling pretty good. I feel like I've earned, I've earned the right to work on something else for the rest of the evening. So I like it. I do. You know what I might do later though, because I do need to brainstorm a little bit the scene that I want to add in because like I have a general idea for the scene and like maybe one or two kind of points. But I'd love to get a better sense. I don't even know if I've added it to the new outline. So maybe I'll do that later as well after I get some editing done. Uh, okay. Bananas, gluten-free flour. Nice chocolate chips, cinnamon. I love cinnamon and stuff, dude. I love cinnamon and nutmeg. Amazing. I realized the other day when I was decluttering my kitchen that I have like an absurd amount of nutmeg. I have like 3 little jars, like there's like one larger jar and then 2 smaller like square jars of nutmeg. And like I rarely use nutmeg. Like I think I use it when I make like applesauce and like that kind of stuff. That's about it. But I love that. I love those like fall spices. Little some butterscotch. Yes. Mhm. Do it. Do it. One of the first times I made banana bread, I had like peanut butter chocolate chips, as well as chocolate chips, and like that combination baked inside. Ooh, ooh, it was lovely. Blueberry banana bread. That sounds pretty delicious. Yeah, no, definitely. Something to try for sure. 180 for John. Nice. 196 for James. 387. Amazing. Threw my fridge and started prepping for dinner. That's great. That counts. Okay. As long as you're focused, it counts. How manage your recipe book during that time? Nice. Share it. You guys send it to me. Time but working on dinner. Love it, love it, love it. It's about that time. It is. I don't blame you guys. I put nutmeg cinnamon in my sweet potatoes. Ooh. Okay. Sweet potato. Like that makes sense for like a sweet potato like mash or like a sweet potato pie. I feel like that makes sense. I feel like those are like all fall kind of flavors. I'm wondering because I love sweet potato fries, and I've been eating more sweet potatoes lately because I'm not able to eat regular potatoes. I'm wondering if I should try like a sweet potato fry. You know? Oh my god, I love food so much. Fish and then short. Nice. I believe it's not ready to submit. I love this. That's so exciting. Congratulations. Let's read chapter 22. A few more pieces of dialogue and otherwise. Yay! We love it. Okay, we've done pretty good. We did pretty good this stream, even though we only did 3 sprints, and I was way too chatty. We did good. I need that one. That's the one I want, okay? I, I love apple like apple crisp and like apple pie. I mean, more so I love apple pie, but I'm really coming around to the idea of apple crisp, and I really love. I mean, I love like anything with apple in it. I'm for it. I do love me a good like baked baked apple. You know, like just it's so fall. It's so cozy. Um, so I love it. We'll talk. You got to give me that recipe, okay? But all that being said, thank you guys for joining me. I feel like we did good. Like we did really well today. We got some work done. I hope you guys had a good time. Ooh, it's oh wait. It's my grandma's recipe. Oh, carry it. Carry on the legacy. Oh my gosh, I love that. I prefer apple for my fall flavor than pumpkin. Agreed. Not like I have nothing against pumpkin and like I like pumpkin things. But apple is just like it is absolutely the fall flavor. Like that's it like apple pie, like apple like a baked apple with like those fall spices, the cinnamon, the nutmeg. 100%. That is fall. That is fall for sure. Editing your book, are you? Beginning, middle, or end? I'm definitely close to the end because I have 5 chapters left. I'm currently working on chapter 16, so like 4.5 chapters left to revise. I need to have it done by August 1st. That's when I'm sending it to CPs. I might extend it a little bit if I need a little bit more time, but I'm really trying to get it done by August 1st so that I can hand it off to CPs and then work on all of my other things, my other projects and stuff that I want to work on and just kind of like take a breather from that book. So yeah, I'm definitely very, very, very close to the end, even though technically the chapters that I'm working on are like in the middle and the beginning. They're like the last 4 or 5 chapters that I have. Good pumpkin pie. I I never really got into pumpkin pie. Um, my family was always like an apple pie family, but I like pumpkin pie, but definitely apple pie is my favorite pie, or like blueberry pie. Mm, so good. Don't get me started on pies. Apple cider. I love apple cider, like warm apple cider. Please. I love peach. Stop. I love peach. My favorite. I realized the other day that my favorite thing to eat because I don't really eat like fruit very often. Like I don't like I love apples, but I don't like eat them. Like I don't really like eat like I'll chop them up and put them in things, but like I don't eat them just like alone. And so my favorite fruit to eat alone other than bananas is a white nectarine. Okay. So good. So good. And I don't really know the difference between peaches and nectarines. I feel like peaches just have like the skin is different because they have like the fuzz. Um but they're pretty much the same to me. And white nectarines are like, oh my god, so good. Oh, well, thank you for coming. Yeah, I love. I've been loving these sprints for sure. Uh, pumpkin crisp, it slap. It might do it. Let's do it. Let's try peach anything. Yeah, loving peach for sure. It's your poison. I don't know how I feel about carrot cake. It's like it's fine. I have to be in the mood for carrot cake. I don't automatically love it. Like it's not if I had other options, I it's probably like one of the last ones I'd go for. Depending, unless it was like a coconut lemon cake or something, then I would go for the carrot cake. But yeah, no, I don't know how I feel about carrot cake. If like the icing is really good, then I can, you know, we can play. Whipped cream is my favorite. Yeah. But like pumpkin pie with whipped cream and then like apple pie with vanilla ice cream. I don't know. I'm going apple pie every time. dessert to make is banana pudding with vanilla. Oh, that sounds so good. Oh, oh, I love that. I love that. It's been a long time since I've had a banana pudding. I don't even remember the last time I've had a banana pudding, but I love me bananas and pudding and vanilla wafers, so that sounds amazing to me. I love and miss is homemade lemon meringue pie. You know what? Here's the thing. I love lemon, but I don't love it like in my desserts. Like I love savory lemon. I don't really like sweet lemon. Like I don't like lemon candies. I like the meringue in a lemon meringue, but I don't really like I don't know, I don't love lemon meringue. But I love that you know, it reminds you of your granny. Last Thursday. Nice. Seriously, I gotta go. I'm gonna go see my parents. And a lot of you are having dinner and stuff. See, I can't. I don't love key lime pie. Although, to be fair, I feel like I haven't like given it enough of a chance. So I am open to trying it. Like I'm very open with food. Like even if like I've tried something and I'm like I don't like that, I will try it again because I want to like everything. Like I want all food. So I will try key lime pie again. But that is a flavor that like is really like people really like. I've heard like anyone that I've talked to about key lime pie, they really love. So okay. I think that's my cue to leave. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm not sure exactly when I'll be. I want to say tomorrow, but if not tomorrow, then potentially Wednesday or Thursday. Definitely at least one or two more times before the end of the month cuz I got to get this book done. So I'd love to continue writing and hanging out with you guys. And I love talking, so I'll be back. But yeah, thank you guys, and I will